working on today?
Well, I've got this idea for my grinders,
Yeah,
because
you have a lot of them.
yeah, I got a few. And anyway, I wanted to start using this cart for my hoist when I'm working on trucks and cars and whatnot, as a place to like put the oil pan or starter or whatever.
And that's where you've been storing them?
I've been storing them on here, and so I got this idea about making a grinder stand. So I laid these out and kind of measured here and added a little bit of extra fudge room.
For another grinder? 'Cause I know
Actually,
that's going to
no.
happen.
I'm going to make some room for grinding wheels and discs.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
going to be pretty cool.
Okay.
So let me show you what I've done over here. I'm getting ready to do anyway. I went to the metal store, and I was gonna have them break a piece of like 1/8 inch or 12 gauge steel, so it had a bend over and up,
Okay,
kind of
a U.
L, yeah, kind of a U-shaped deal, and they want a lot of money for that. It's like $80. You have to buy the metal, so you buy the material, and then they do the bending, and it's like $80. And I think, man, that's a lot. So I had this piece of 2x4 material, and it turns out this 2" is just fine. And so I'm just gonna cut it here and flip it over and cut it, and I'll end up with my channel just the way I want it. And this only cost me $38.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Half price.
Put
Half
that other
price
money
is-
towards your discs.
Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little pieces of metal here and put them on the ends. Okay, so the grinders don't fall off.
Okay.
And then on one of the ends, I'm going to put a little piece of this 3/16 rod here. I'll bend the end up a little. And that's what I'm going to hang these guys on. The wrenches for the grinders. So that'll be cool.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So when I was laying this out and trying to figure this out, I had to decide how deep to make this. Right?
Yeah.
So I went over to my grinders, took a ruler, stuck it underneath. It's like 1 3/4 inches, so just for fudge factor, I figured 2 inches.
Okay.
That'll work for,
All the sizes.
yeah, all the grinders. And so basically what I'll do is I'll just hook them up there like that.
Oh, that'll be
It'd be
good.
pretty cool. And so 2 inches on one side, and then maybe like 3 inches or something on the high side, just enough so I can get a lag bolt into the wall. And
Where's this going to hang?
oh, it's gonna hang right here. Let me get back here. So it's gonna hang right there, kind of like that.
Okay.
Grinders be real easy to get to. Okay, so now I realize that not everybody's got a plasma torch, and but there are other ways to make these cuts. You could make them with one of these guys, although it would take a while. You could make them with a grinder with a cutoff wheel on it. That'll take less time. They even make grinding wheels for circular saws. So you could, they make an abrasive wheel for a circular saw, and or a jigsaw. But we're going to do it with a plasma torch today. So this is going to be my straight edge. And on the plasma torch, I'll show you this. This is this just pops off here. This is a standoff. And for doing this thicker material, I need to get the torch head just away from the surface. And I'm going to run it along this straight edge. Okay, so I get a nice straight cut. So I made a mark here where I want the height, and I'm kind of like laying the finding the center of the cutting tip. And that looks pretty close. And so there's a little bit of fudging around here, but we'll get her. Dang, that doesn't happen very often when it's right on the money. Double check, triple check. Yep, looks good. All
Measure
right.
twice, cut once.
One side.
Did it go through?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so this is the 2-inch side. So this is going to be the high side back here. Okay. Now let's see. I got to do something here. Oh, I know. This thing. See I want to like cut this up toward the edge. Okay. And I don't have anything to rest the torch on. So what I'm going to do is take this piece of angle iron and lay it on the bench and clamp it to the edge. You'll see what's going on here in a minute.
okay.
Go at the end here. Okay. So now I flip this over.
Oh, aren't you smart?
See, I got an edge so I can get close and have something to drag it on. So
Nice. Look at that. It's a miracle.
it's a miracle. Okay. And homemade angle iron.
Woohoo!
Who'd have thunk it? Never throw anything away.
I've got some projects for you.
Okay, so there's the idea, guys. You're starting to get a visual.
Yep, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna get. I don't want to bore you with all the grinding, so I'm gonna go ahead and grind these edges smooth, clean up a little bit of rough spots, and then when I come back, we'll drill some holes, weld these ends on, and hang this bad boy up. Okay, guys, I got it just kind of roughly ground down. The edges rounded. There's a weld seam in here where they put the square tubing, rectangular tubing together. I just kind of ground that down.
Looks better though.
Yeah.
Rough.
And now these little guys here are going to go on the end. You can see how the metal is sprung a little bit. See how it's bent a little?
It's bowed out.
Yeah.
Why'd it do that?
No, because it's just forces when they form this channel. And then when I cut this off, it kind of went, you know.
Release the pressure.
It actually made that noise.
It did not.
Yeah, it went.
Oh my word.
It did. Didn't you hear it?
No, no.
Okay, well,
You're a crazy man.
I'm not crazy. Don't judge. Okay, so I'm going to bevel these edges here. And then we're going to weld that, grind it smooth. I'm going to drill a hole on one of these. In fact, I'll make this first, as long as we're making stuff. These guys here are really handy. I don't know if I'm sure you guys have seen these things here. They're like a little mini brake for metal. And let me block the camera there.
Thank you. Armpit shot.
So anyway, I just come in here and I just want to give it a little bit of an angle.
Look at that.
So these guys here won't fall off if I bump them. Yeah, that'll work.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you can bend up to 1/8 inch thick material with these. So if you want to make a little L bracket or something, this stuff, they got magnets on them. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill a hole in this and then just rosette weld it from the back side so it looks nice and clean on the front. And then we'll weld these on the ends.
Oh, okay.
Sound good?
Yep. Now I see what you're doing.
Okay. Mark it, and we head over to the drill press. All right, just to double check, I'm pretty sure it's 3/16, but just in case. Oh yeah, nice. Chuck this up. A little twist. Always tighten at least 2 sides, so it is in the chuck square and nice and tight. There we go. See what I'm doing, guys? I leave just enough here. I'll hit it with a MIG welder, and then on the front side, it looks like super clean.
That looks nice.
Yeah. I think these will fit. Yep, these will fit. I'm going to bevel the edge of this first. Okay. What I want to do is just put a little bevel on there so I can get a good, weld on the edge of this. Good penetration. I think I'll put this on. I'll weld this on first. And then I'll weld these ends on there. And I'm going to take some of these extra discs that I got and just store them on the end, and then have the hanger, and then have all the grinders. Then I can grab a disc. I got the lock or the wrench to change it. That's the plan.
Aren't you clever?
All right, so let's get some welding done here, and then to paint or not to paint. I don't know.
I don't know.
What say you?
If you do, I go gloss black. Do you have enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I vote gloss black.
But then my viewers will have to wait until the paint dries to see it work.
That's okay. We'll come back tomorrow.
All right.
You gonna spray me with sparks over here?
No, I can,
All right.
once I embrace my inner chi,
Oh,
I
please.
can mentally tell the sparks.
Just weld. Just weld. Okay. I know, brutal.
Doggies. Just a little bit of, and just to keep it from moving around, we'll see. I'll put it this way. That way I can adjust it a little bit.
You can weld it from the back.
No. I feel like a surgeon, the surgeon of steel.
Now I wish you get paid as much as a surgeon.
I like that.
That looks nice. Gonna weld it?
I think so.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Some gloves on here. I got this set a little hotter than I should, but it's nothing a grinder can't fix. And get my little finish sander here. Yeah, I like it.
That looks better.
Yeah,
Very nice.
it's pretty warm, but flip it down to this side. It's a beautiful thing.
That's perfect.
Okay. Clamp. See, surgeons, they do that. They say clamp.
They do.
They say sponge.
Yes, they do.
Suction. Just some. See, really the only difference is their hammers are white and mine aren't.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, we're the same.
Yeah. And they could pay the gazillion dollars more than you do.
Okay. Little grind action.
There's a 4.
Make it beautiful.
Okay.
Get the clamp out of the way. Clamp it with that. Just don't want to move. Oh, there you
More sparks.
go. Spark show. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, good.
And my
Oh, perfect.
nice. Sweet. All right, so gotta drill some holes. Check this out, guys. Sharpie, right?
Yeah.
Retractable. Oh, baby. Yeah.
One-handed.
One-handed. Bring this over so I can retract my Sharpie. About, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so. Make a mark there. And make a mark there. And see, when this thing wears out, I just roll down to Harbor Freight, get another one for like $6. Get my magic elixir here.
Well,
Well, yeah, I gotta get it started. I only have 2 hands. A lot of pressure. See the kind of pressure I'm under?
you're lucky to have me.
I know. Just sneak through it like that.
Yeah.
Now I think I'll deburr the holes. Let's get the sharp edge off. Oh yeah. So it'll go through the sheetrock. I'll put about 2 inches into the wall. That should be enough.
I would say so.
So I'll give everybody a sneak preview until I paint it.
Oh, so you are going to paint it.
Yeah. See?
Ooh, let me stand back so we get the full effect. Very cool.
That's going to be bitchin'.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Very
Boom.
nice.
Hey, I need a grinder. Boom.
Do it again. Oh, there you go.
And what's cool about having, I don't think I mentioned this, but one of the reasons I like multiple grinders is I keep 40 grit on one of them, flat disc 40, and then a 120 on another one. And then like over here, you can see what I've got going on here. This is a cutoff wheel here. Sometimes I just want to cut a piece of metal, so I got one for that. Then I got this grinder here for when I want to take it down quick and dirty. It's just an abrasive wheel. And then I finish it up with one of these other flap discs. And then this is a random orbital sander that puts a nice, beautiful finish on the metal. So, okay, 12 hours later, paint has dried. Only problem was I didn't have any gloss black, but I did have a can of Hammerite gray. So, in typical Idaho Fabricator fashion, you use what you got.
Besides, it's a cool industrial color.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So, and then I was looking at these screws and these bolts, and I was thinking, you know, they might be a little on the light duty side. So I grabbed these big guys. I think that's what I'll use, just to make sure. These grinders are kind of heavy.
Overkill's better.
Yep. And I'm gonna put it somewhere in here, I think. This isn't really scientific, but, and I'm gonna drill a hole. I'll do the middle first. I'll do the middle, that way I can make it perfect. Okay, let's see.
Ooh, it's staying up. Look at that.
Yeah. Now, for the fun part. See if it works. I just don't know which one to put on first. I'm just grabbing a sword and move down a little bit.
Other things are going.
And then,
Your discs.
my discs, where did I put those? Oh, right here. There we go. A little too tight. Pretty cool.
That looks great.
And then,
A little tool.
my wrenches. There you have it, guys. Grinder stand. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Out of your way, but very accessible.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time at Idaho Fabricator.